Hi, this is Dr. Bikla Venu coming in front of you since 5 to 6 classes. Today, I'm coming with a new topic that is to discuss integrated CAD/CAM organization, computer integrated production system, and finally, we will discuss the MRP1, Material Requirement Planning 1. Let me move on to the first slide. Let me discuss briefly what we have seen in the last session. In the last session, we have seen what exactly the CAM, typical flowchart of CAM we have seen, then the need, function, stages, benefits of CAM we have seen. Then we are discussed the introduction to process planning. Then we have seen the steps, structure of computer aided software, computer aided process planning software. Then we have seen the functions of computer-aided process planning. Finally, we had gone through the advantages and disadvantages of computer-aided process planning. The objective of this slideshow is to discuss about the integrated CAD/CAM organization, in which we will see the concept of CAD/CAM organization, integrated CAD/CAM organization. We will see the necessity of CAD/CAM integration in detail, point by point. Then we will move forward to see the computer integrated production system, in which we will discuss concept, then PPC, production planning and control. Then we will move forward to discuss features and advantages of computer integrated production system. Finally, we will discuss the material requirement planning. In turn, you can call it as MRP1, in which we will see the concept of MRP1, objectives we will discuss, then finally we will discuss advantages and disadvantages of MRP1. Let us see the integrated CAD/CAM organization. This is actually a solution in which when you integrate CAD and CAM, this solution is going to use the CAD data file as a front-end file. It is going to use CAD data file directly where it is stored in the manufacturing side to automate the process. In turn, we can say that CAD system is used as a front-end geometry engine to access the data to automate the manufacturing process. It is going to perform CAM operations on the CAD file like a single window, which allows bidirectional accessibility between CAD and CAM. In turn, we can say that the CAD file is placed between the CAD and CAM. So that database allows to flow data between CAD and CAM. That means bidirectionally you can access the data. That data can be accessed by computer-aided manufacturing as well as computer-aided design system. So you have a common database which carries the design information. That design information can be accessed by CAM and CAM side by side. If you integrate CAD and CAM with a common database, in turn we can say that when you integrate CAD and CAM is going to keep one common database. These two, CAD and CAM, are going to access that common database bidirectionally. This feature can help us to boost productivity, it is going to control the cost, and also to resolve the issues related to the manufacturing. You can see the integrated CAD/CAM organization in this figure. As I said just now, CAD and CAM is going to be placed side by side. These two are going to access a common database of the design and design data, maybe which carries all the information required for the manufacturing. This CAD and as well as CAM, when you integrate these two with a common database, is termed as integrated CAD/CAM organization. In any of the firm, you have some database, central database, which is used to access CAD and CAM then that type of organization is called as integrated CAD/CAM organization. These two are having some interactive graphic system. Maybe it is a CPU used to see in what way we are accessing the data. These two are connected to the interactive graphic system to see or to visualize what we are doing. Let me move on to the quickly to see what is inside. Integrated CAD/CAM organization is going to maintain a common manufacturing database, as I said just now. In turn, the systems maintains design and manufacturing process side by side. CAD and CAM is going to be placed side by side. In between those two, a common database is maintained to access the data. The manufacturing database is an integrated CAD/CAM database. So this database includes the following, which may be a geometrical data. That means this, whenever the CAD and CAM is placed side by side and these two are going to access the common data, that common data is like this. It may be the geometric data, it may be bill of material, it may be parts list, it may be material specifications, and maybe the additional data required for the manufacturing. You are aware that the bill of materials, bill of material means you have an assembly and how many parts are in that assembly. You have a list. That list is going to carry all the information of the parts related to that assembly or related to that product. Total, this bill of material is going to carry the information, product information related to that that may be assembly or that may be for the production. Then you have a geometry data. Geometry data means after designing that product consists the huge amount of data. This geometry data needs to be maintained as a database in between CAD and CAM. Then it also carries the parts list. Of course, in turn, some extent, this is related to the bill of materials also. Material specifications, what material is used to manufacture the data. So that also we can use. That let me pick a highlighter here. Is a pointer. Then you have additional data required for the manufacturing. This database is also going to carry that information. Then let us discuss the necessity of CAD/CAM integration. When you integrate this CAD/CAM, there must be some need or there must be some necessity. So as per that, when you see the necessity, it is going to design tools and fixtures and for inspection by the coordinate measuring machines. It improves, and this is to improve the productivity and shorter lead times. It is going to improve the productivity as well as it is going to reduce the lead times. In the last class, I said with you that what is lead time? Lead time means the difference between actual time and the expected time. So the difference between expected time as well as the actual time reduces means we are coming close to the, we are reducing the time of production. Then the other necessity of the CAD/CAM integration is it is going to reduce the engineering personnel requirement. The number of people required also reduces. This is also one of the necessity to integrate CAD/CAM. Then modifications are also easy when we integrate CAD and CAM. This is also one of the necessity. Then it is also going to minimize the transcription errors. In turn, it improves the accuracy. This is also one of the necessity. Transcription errors reduces accuracy. In turn, the accuracy of the production or the design increases. Then it provides better functional analysis to reduce prototype testing. The time of prototype also reduces. This is also one of the necessity of the CAD/CAM integration. It improves productivity in tool design. The productivity of the tool design also increases. Easily you can design number of tools. When we integrate CAD and CAM, this is also one of the necessity of the CAD CAM integration. And training persons required also reduces, and the programmers required is also reduces. NC part programmers required also reduces when we integrate these two. It also provides the potential for using more existing parts and tooling. This is also one of the necessity. Already we have some existing parts. So when we integrate the CAD and CAM, easily we can use the existing parts and tooling. So it increases the flexibility to use the existing parts and as well as tools. It also helps in ensuring the appropriateness of design with the existing manufacturing techniques. That means we can use the existing manufacturing techniques uh, to check the appropriateness of the design. It ensures the appropriateness of the design by comparing with the existing manufacturing techniques. So easily you can assess the appropriateness or correctness of the manufacturing or the design by comparing with the existing manufacturing techniques. It also saves the materials and machining time by optimizing the algorithms. When we optimize, when we use, because everything is going to optimize when you implement this, in turn it saves materials and machining time. uh, it also improves the quality of the production because the products which are coming outside also having very good quality. Then uh, it also going to eliminate the wastage of the effort. If you have any uh, I mean errors in the design, or if you have any errors in the production, so that time also going to eliminate. Then pre-production iterations also reduces. Pre-production means before production we must produce the product number of times to optimize the design. So that pre-production iterations means product producing the component before moving to the actual production. So those iterations will also going to reduce. It in turn improves the teamwork. When you integrate CAD and CAM, this is going to improve the teamwork. So this is also one of the advantage of the CAD CAM integrated CAD CAM organization. Improved handling of design changes. I mean, handling of design changes may be improved. This is also one of the advantage of the CAD CAM organization. This is more efficient production. Efficiency of the production increases. That is what the meaning of this sentence. Greater opportunity for the automation. When we integrate CAD and CAM, there is lot of scope to automate the industry. The scope to automation also increases. This is also one of the advantage. Faster design to the manufacturing cycles. So design takes less time with the manufacturing cycles. Early identification and evaluation of cost-effective production techniques, in turn, significant cost saves. It takes place significant cost saving. So in this case, we can identify and evaluate the cost-effective production techniques. This is also one of the advantage of the CAD CAM. It lowers the level of scrap and rework. This is also one of the advantage. Training or the maintenance cost also reduces. These are the advantages of the CAD CAM, integrated CAD CAM organization. Then when it comes to the computer integrated production system, in any of the production systems, planning and control plays a crucial role to get the desired output. Planning, planning and control. In any of the company or in any of the production system, planning and control plays a vital role to get the desired output. The activities like the production, planning, and control are performed manually. If you don't automate any manufacturing industry, without the you take an example of any of the industry which is not automated, everything is performed manually. In that case, there may be scope of more errors that may lead to more errors. So to avoid that errors, so everything or every activity in the company is assisted by using a computing machine or a computer, the errors will reduce, which in turn increases the efficiency of the production system. What it means is, if everything is performed in industry using a computer, it takes less time, errors reduces, which in turn increases the efficiency of the company. When it comes to the definition of the computer integrated production system, CIPS, use of computer, as I said just now, when we use a computer, use of computer to integrate various functions of the production planning and control, PPC. When we integrate a computer to perform the functions of the production planning and control to reduce the problems faced in traditional PPC. In the case of traditional PPC, we are not going to use any computer. Everything and every activity in industry is performed manually. That leads to many errors. We will discuss this concept in the coming slides. As of now, you try to remember, in the traditional PPC, the activities are performed manually. If this is the case, in the case of computer integrated production system, the traditional PPC, when the traditional PPC is connected to the computing machine, or the production planning activities, or production planning and controlling activities are performed, are integrated to the computer, then we can call it as a computer integrated production system. Let me define this once again. Use of computer to integrate the various functions of the PPC to reduce problems faced while using the PPC is called, while using traditional PPC is called computer integrated production systems. In short, you can call it as CIPS. Let us see what is the concept of PPC. Planning of production and manufacturing modules in any of the company or industry is the basic concept of CIPS. We are going to control the production and manufacturing modules in a company. We are going to plan the production and manufacturing modules in a company using a computing machine. We are going to integrate production and manufacturing modules to the computing machine or a computer. Then we can call it as CIPS, as just now I defined that. It is going to utilize this concept. I mean, this CIPS is going to utilize the resource allocation of activities like employees, materials, and production capacity in order to save different customers. This concept is going to allocate the employees, materials, and production capacity in an order to get the desired output, or to optimize every activity in the industry. Combining production planning with production control, in turn we can call it as production planning and control. When you combine production planning and production control, we can call it as production planning and control. In short, you can call it as PPC. Let us see quickly what are the problems associated when you use the traditional PPC. If any of the industry is using traditional PPC, the production planning and production control is performed manually. These are the problems that we come across. In traditional PPC, lead times are more. I said already, lead time means the difference between actual time and expected time. Inventory control is inefficient. The buffer maintenance, it may be raw material or it may be a finished goods. There is no efficiency in that maintenance. Then the other problem in traditional PPC is that the quality problems, the output may not have that much quality. The more customer complaints we are going to receive when we use traditional PPC. Deviation in the process plan. There are some deviations in the process plans because we are going to tend to more errors. That leads to frequently we need to alter the process plan so that there may be deviations in the process plan. That is also one of the problem we are going to face with the traditional PPC. Documentation and recording errors will happen. In this case, this is also one problem with traditional PPC. Plant capacity problems. In traditional PPC, the assessment will be problem. The assessment is not going to optimize in every aspect, so that the capacity assessment is also problem. Work center utilization may not be utilized properly. All the machines, work center utilization means work centers means the machines may not be utilized properly. The usage of the machines may not be optimized. That is also one of the problem. Let us see the features and advantages of the computer integrated production system. Features: when you integrate all the activities, production planning and control with a computer, we that must have the following features. One is the engineering and manufacturing database needs to be maintained. CIPS must need to maintain engineering and manufacturing database. That means CIPS must have provision to maintain the database for engineering and manufacturing. CIPS must also have a provision or to solve the material requirement planning. It must have provision to implement MRP. MRP is one concept. We will discuss this in detail in the coming slides. Then it must have feature of capacity planning. That means up to what extent the output is coming, and as per the needs of the customer, as per the needs of the market, we must be able to enhance the capacity of the plant. As per the when the demand in the market reduces, when the demand in the market rises, according to that, the capacity of the plant must be able to alter. This CIPS must have this feature also. This CIPS must also have must be able to manage the inventory. As you are aware that inventory means how much amount of buffer stock. It may be a raw material or it may be a finished goods. How much we need to maintain to meet the demand of the market. This must have this management provision, inventory management provision. Then this CIPS must be able to control shop floor in effective way. Then it must have the feature that cost planning and control. The CIPS must be able to plan the cost, and it must be able to control the cost of the products as per the need and as per the demand of the market. When it comes to the advantages of the CIPS, it is going to reduce the lead time. Then it is going to control the inventory in an efficient way. It is going to deliver the goods as per the schedule. Scheduling of wrong jobs can be avoided. Then complaints from the customers are going to be minimized. Perfect process planning. Process planning is perfect. Uh, and you have the bill of materials, route sheets are updated automatically. Then clerical work involved in collecting the data also automated. It is not necessary to collect the data of the manufacturing, data of the design. When you use this CIPS, computer integrated process planning system, it is automatically you have a computer that is going to collect all the data, necessary data for the downstream applications. These are all the advantages of CIPS. Then let us move to the material requirement planning, MRP1 in short you can call. The definition, as per the standard definition, it is a computational techniques which converts the master production schedule of the products into detailed schedule for the raw materials and component used in the products. You have a master production schedule. Every company is having a master production schedule or the master schedule. Uh, this master schedule will be converted to the detailed schedule for the raw materials and components required to manufacture the products. The objective of this MRP is to convert the master production schedule MPS to detailed schedule how much amount of raw material and how much amount of components are required to produce the final goods. This is what the concept of MRP, MRP1. It mainly focuses on the raw material and the components required to manufacture the final goods. MRP is a computer-based production planning and inventory control system. Yes, we are going to use computer in this case. It is a material control system that is going to attempt to keep the adequate inventory levels, how much amount of raw material is required, how many number of sub-assemblies are required. This MRP is going to maintain the inventory of all these details. Buffer stock required to meet the market demand. This MRP is going to fulfill that requirement. That means in turn, briefly you can, in short, you can define that this MRP is going to maintain adequate inventory levels. It is going to keep adequate inventory levels to assure that the required materials are available whenever we require. The major objectives of an MRP system includes, this is going to assure the availability of the materials, components and products for the planned production and for the customer delivery. That means it is going to assure the availability of the raw materials, components and products for the planned production and the customer delivery, and to meet the customer delivery. To meet the planned production and to meet the customer delivery, this MRP is going to assure the availability of the materials, components and products. And also you can say that to meet the market demand, this MRP is going to assure the availability of the materials, components and products. It also going to maintain the lowest possible level of inventory, because we are assessing properly as per the needs of the market. It is going to maintain optimized level of inventory. Optimum means how much amount of buffer we need to maintain. If you maintain inventory excess also, that is also waste, that is also in the form of material we are keeping amount idle. That is also one of the disadvantage. So that we need to maintain lowest or optimum optimized inventory level. The other objective of the MRP is this is going to plan manufacturing activities, delivery schedules and purchasing activities. This MRP is also going to plan manufacturing activities, delivery schedules and the purchasing activities. How much amount of raw materials we need to purchase, when to purchase, how much we need to purchase and from which place we need to purchase. This MRP is going to plan the manufacturing activities such as delivery and purchasing activities. When you see the typical diagram or typical diagram of MRP1, uh, this consists MRP. There are three major inputs to the MRP, material requirement planning. One is the inventory status file. The other one is the master production schedule. And finally, you have the bill of material file. These three are inputs to MRP1. I repeat this once again. MRP is having three basic inputs. One is inventory status file, which is going to tell us about how much amount of raw material is there, how much amount of finished goods is there, and to meet the market demand, how much we need to purchase, when we need to purchase. This inventory status file is going to tell us all those details. Then master production schedule, as we have seen that, as we defined, MPS is going to tell us, it is going to transform in detail. You have master production schedule. This is going to convert detailed, detailed production, detailed material, detailed raw material required by using this MPS. We will discuss inventory status file, MPS, bill of material in the coming slides little bit. The output of this MRP is order release. This MRP is going to release the orders, requirements, orders to be placed. Then it is also gives us the rescheduling. This MRP is also going to reschedule the orders as per the customer's needs. It is also going to order the goods or the raw materials. It is going to plan the orders for the future needs also. MRP is suited where the components and sub-assemblies that face external demands. As I said just now, MRP is going to be more active when the demand increases. In that case, it will become more active to meet the demand of the customer or to meet the demand of the market. To supply more components and to supply more sub-assemblies to produce the final goods to meet the market demand. The major input of MRP system, as I said in the previous overview diagram, there are three major inputs to the MRP system. One is MPS, master production schedule. The other one is product structure records, bill of materials, and design and manufacturing data. This product structure records consists the BOM data, then the design and manufacturing data. This product structure record is going to carry bill of materials and the design and manufacturing data. Inventory status file is going to carry the details of the inventory. We will see a glimpse of these three in the coming slides. When it comes to the master production schedule, this is going to plan for the individual commodities, individual sub-assemblies, sub-parts required to produce the final component. It also tells us, it is also going to link where, when, and how much amount of each product will be demanded. This master production is having all these information. This MPS will become input to the MRP1. This is going to plan the individual commodities to be produced in each time period with staffing, with using or by using staffing and inventory. It is also linked to the manufacturing, when to purchase, where to purchase, and how to purchase from the market. Bill of materials or the product structure consists this information. It is going to list the raw materials required. It is going to list the sub-assemblies required. It is also having the intermediate assemblies. It is also having the information such as intermediate assemblies required. It is also having the information like subcomponents and the quantities of each needed to manufacture the final goods. I repeat this once again. Bill of material or the product structure consists the information related to the raw materials, information related to the sub-assemblies, information related to the intermediate assemblies, information related to the subcomponents, and the quantities of each needed to manufacture the final goods. Then when it comes to the inventory status report, this inventory status report consists the list of available quantities for the requested items. Then it also consists the inventory that has been ordered from the vendors for the production and is to be received from the warehouse. This is having information that how much amount of stock to be ordered from the vendors and how much amount of stock is present in the warehouse. This is all the information that inventory status report consists. Let us see the advantages or the benefits of the MRP1. It is quicker response to the changes in demand. As and when the demand in the market changes, this in turn, this MRP1 is going to change the master production schedule to meet the demand of the market very quickly. It also helps to minimize the inventory level. As I said just now, it is going to optimize, it is going to maintain the optimized inventory level. In turn, reduces the cost of the product, in turn, reduces the inventory or the money in the form of the reserve. It is also going to track the material requirement, how much amount of material is required to meet the demand. That this MRP1 is also going to track that. This MRP1 is also going to identify the shortage in inventory items. If there is any shortage in inventory level, this MRP1 is going to identify if there is any shortage in the inventory. That means you are maintaining optimized inventory means in turn, this MRP is going to identify if there is any shortage in the inventory levels. This MRP1 is also helps to track the raw material, workpiece in progress, and finished goods. This can helps to track. This can help to identify the raw material required in future, raw material required in present, and as well as how much material is under process, and how much material is in the form of finished goods. This MRP is going to track these three. This is very, very important activity of the MRP1. It also helps to plan the procurement schedule. Of course, there is one schedule. As per that schedule, the MRP is going to purchase the raw material. MRP is going to maintain the inventory. So this schedule is also going to be maintained with the help of this MRP1. This MRP1 determines the most economical lot size for the order. That means this is going to optimize how much economical size, how much exact quantity of the lot to be purchased in the form or for the inventory is this MRP1 is going to identify or determine the optimized economical quantity or economical lot size needs to be ordered to meet the demand of the market. This is also one advantage. You have other advantages, that is, it is going to calculate the bill of material and assemblies required, assemblies and sub-assemblies required. It also ensures the on-time delivery of the products. On-time means the products will be delivered to the customer in time or on time. Exact delivery dates is going to meet with the help of this MRP1. Customer service is very good and the response is very quick with the help of this MRP1. This also going to reduce setup and product damage, product change over the cost, because it can quickly identify the product change and setup change. So it is going to, in turn, it is going to reduce the cost of the product. This MRP1 is also going to utilize the machine utilization more. Means the utilization of the machine also increases, in turn the production cost reduces. It also going to increase the sales and a reduction in sales price. The cost of the products reduces and increases the sales. This is also one advantage. When it comes to the limitations of MRP1, it is not going to address the financial status and the general accounting status. That means MRP1 not at all having link or concern with the financial side. It is not going to give us any financial data. It is not going to receive any financial information. In turn, we can call that MRP1 is not at all going to link with the financial status of any of the firm. It is not going to forecast for the inventory requirement. Of course, it is not going to forecast the demand of the inventory requirement. This is also one of the disadvantage of MRP1. It is the machine and labor capacity planning is not going to assessed by the MRP1. Machine and labor capability planning. This MRP1 is not going to plan the labor as well as the machine. It is not going to address how many machines are required, how many member of labors are required. This MRP1 is not going to address the capacity planning of machine as well as the labor. This MRP1 is not going to assure the quality of the product. This is also one disadvantage or the limitation of the MRP1. This MRP1 is going to equipment is not going to address the equipment maintenance and schedule, because in MRP1 nowhere we find the maintenance scheduling of the equipment. This is not going to address the maintenance and servicing of the equipments in the company. This is also one disadvantage. These are very important limitations of the MRP1. It is not going to address the financial status as well as the general accounting. That means this MRP1 is not at all involving in financial status or financial position of the firm. It is not going to forecast the demand for the inventory requirement. This MRP1 is also not going to address the capacity planning of the machine and labor. This is also not going to assure the quality of the product. This is also not going to address the maintenance schedule of the equipment. These are the limitations of MRP1. In the next session, we will discuss the MRP2, manufacturing resource planning. MRP1 is material requirement planning. This is MRP2. This is manufacturing resource planning, which is going to meet the, which is going to address the disadvantages or limitations of the MRP1. The limitations of the MRP1 will be overcome in MRP2. In the next session, we also discuss the advantages and applications of MRP2 systems. We also discuss the introduction. We also discuss the MRP and SAP some extent. Briefly, we discuss ERP and SAP. Then we will see the concept of ERP and functions of ERP. We will also discuss the advantages and disadvantages of ERP, enterprise resource planning. Then we will also see the SAP software and its applications and its flexibility in the next session. Let me go back to the slides. What we are discussed as of now, we are discussed the limitations of MRP1, advantages of or the benefits of the MRP1 we are discussed. We are also discussed the overview of MRP1, what are the inputs and what are the outputs of MRP1. As we have seen, MPS is one of the input to the MRP1. Then bill of material is also one of the input to the MRP1. Inventory status report is also one input to the MRP1. When we give these three as inputs to the MRP1, it gives us order release requirement, order rescheduling, planned orders for the future. These three are the outputs of the MRP1. It takes three inputs and it gives us three outputs. Let me go back to see what we are discussed as of now. The major objectives of the MRP1 also we are discussed. Concept we have seen, what exactly the concept of MRP1, on which concept this is going to work. We are also defined the MRP1, we have seen the features and advantages of computer integrated production system, CIPS. We have seen advantages of CIPS, features and advantages of CIPS also we are discussed. Then we have seen the problems with the traditional PPC, because the CIPS is going to work or use the principle of PPC. The problems with the traditional PPC we have seen, and these problems can be overcome using a computing machine or a computer in computer integrated production system. When PPC is integrated with computing machine or computer, in turn we can call that as computer integrated production system. We have some problems in PPC, traditional PPC. So production planning and control traditional PPC is having some problem. Those can be overcome by using a computer. In turn, we can call that as computer integrated production system, that is CIPS. So this we are discussed. Then we have seen the concept of PPC. Then we are also defined what exactly the definition of computer integrated production system. We have seen the concept, exact concept of CIPS. We have seen the advantages of integrated CAD-CAM organization. When you integrated CAD and CAM, the advantages we have seen in the last slide. Then we have seen the necessity of CAD-CAM integration, what exactly the need of CAD-CAM integration. Then we have seen the concept with the integrated CAD-CAM organization. Overview, integrated CAD-CAM organization layout also we have seen what exactly happening here. CAD-CAM organization, integrated CAD-CAM organization is going to maintain a common database which will be shared by CAD and CAM. So to enhance the flexibility of the industry. So this is what we have discussed as of now in this slideshow. In the coming session or in the next session, we will discuss the MRP2. You have some problems in MRP1, so those problems can be addressed in MRP2. We will see this. Then we will see the advantages and applications of MRP2. We will discuss the ERP and SAP. SAP is one software which is under ERP. ERP is enterprise resource planning software, under which you have SAP software. We will see the concept of ERP. Then we will discuss the functions of ERP. We will also discuss advantages and disadvantages of ERP. Finally, we will discuss the SAP software. We will see the different types of different applications also we will see in the next session. So thank you one and all for this session. So be ready for the next session to see the listed contents in the previous slide. Thank you.